once we start. Please ensure that your phone is switched to silent to avoid any disruptions to the ceremony, but you are welcome to take photo and videos today. In a few minutes, you'll be asked to stand, if you are able, as the academic procession enters from the back of the hall. Once they've arrived on stage, we ask that you remain standing while the national anthem is played, during which you may choose to remove your hat. And if you are graduating today and your hair is looking beautiful and your hat's full of pins, don't take it off. It's fine to leave it on. Now, students, I'm going to give you a quick lesson on how to graduate, because at the end of the day, that's what we're here for today. So you will be ushered from your seat to line up at the side of the stage, one row at a time. We do ask that you leave everything at your seat when you come up to the stage, including your phone, flowers, bag. You will return to your seat, so you don't need to worry too much about it. Firstly, your name will be checked, and you'll be given your testama side of stage. Then you'll walk to the top of the stairs and you'll wait on the edge of the red carpet. Now, I have a fabulous assistant here today who's going to show you exactly what to do. So she'll come forward and stand right in front of the lectern, in front of the red carpet. So then your name will be called, then you'll begin your journey across the stage. If you can, ensure that you doff your hat before you walk to the centre stage. If not, you can do it during or once you reach the centre stage. So doff your hat and walk to the centre of the lectern, or centre of the stage, I should say. Beautiful. Just keep going a little bit further, on the red carpet. Wonderful. So once you reach the centre of the stage, you'll turn to the audience to have your photo taken with the Deputy Chancellor. And we ask that you please do not shake hands. Now, if you could please turn around to the middle aisle and locate our photographers that are in the middle of the room with the red light. They'll take your photo. Once the flash goes off, no flash? No flash. They'll take your photo, and once that photo's been taken, you can continue your journey across the stage, where you will receive an alumni pin from a staff member at the end there. Once you receive your alumni pin, heading back down the stairs, you'll then head along the outside of the guests. You'll take a right-hand turn through the middle of the guests. There is an aisle through the middle of the guests, and then you'll come back down the centre of the audience and return to your allocated seat. So a little bit of a loop around. You can see our wonderful model processing through the audience there and returning to their allocated seat. Wonderful. I think she did a pretty good job. So that's how you graduate today. Hopefully that's all good. Now we're going to have a quick hat doffing practice, because that's actually trickier than you think too. So your hat is a little bit further at the back of your head. It's not at the front like a cap. So if everyone wants to put their hand on the back, and you just need to place a finger or hold onto it, and you just do a slight doff with your head. Wonderful. Yep. Too easy. That looks pretty good. So our PhDs, you've got it really easy today. Your hat is at the front of your head and very easy to doff. We do ask that if there is any disruptions during the ceremony, if you could please move to the back of the hall. If it's children or you need to remove yourself from the ceremony, please just move to the back of the hall to avoid any disruptions. The hall doors will close at approximately 10 a.m. once the ceremony starts. And once the ceremony is finished today, we do invite you to join us in the vestibule, where there will be some really light refreshments, a chance to purchase drinks at the bar, and tea and coffee. There's also photography, merch stall, and there will be framing today as well. And otherwise, you can enjoy the venue and have photos around the venue. So congratulations, graduates. We're so excited to be here with you today. We can't wait to celebrate, and we'll be with you shortly once the procession is ready to enter the hall. mates, family and friends, the procession is entering the hall. Will you please stand? You may now be seated.
Distinguished guests, university colleagues, industry and community partners, families and friends, and most importantly, those of you who are graduating today, I extend a warm welcome to this wonderful occasion. I'll now call on Michael West to conduct a welcome to country.
I'd like to say Bojari Gamarua, g'day everyone. How are you? You're not sounding too enthusiastic about your graduation. You should be very happy. Your family and friends are here, our industry, other people within the university. I think it's so important to continue your studies throughout life. I'm still studying myself, and I think it's important to get those qualifications. Here where we are is obviously on the land of the Gadigal, one of the 29 clans of the Eora Nation. With the national anthem, we have our land is bound in nature's gifts, and it is true. We have many different animals that are part of who we are. As Aboriginal people, we have our totems, which are very important to us. They're a spiritual connection to the animals and also their family. Depending on who you are, where you're from, you have different totems. And I have started a conversation with New South Wales Health about that. When you think about health, it's a holistic approach. We have mental, physical, cultural, spiritual, community, country and emotional health. And I do hope that when you do look after yourself, because I understand a lot of you are graduating in nursing, correct? Yes, so it's important that you do take care of yourself and you do look after yourself, and you will no doubt experience trauma from your work, and it's important that you do take the right measures to look after yourself, because it impacts not only you, it impacts on your family and your community. Last week I did celebrate with the 130th anniversary of New South Wales ambulances, yes, and also paramedics. You know, they're similar, they meet people out on the field in vulnerable places, their most vulnerable times, and you will meet people in their most vulnerable times. And remember, it's not just caring for the patient, it's caring for them, and also their family has impacts on that. I'd like to say where we are, obviously, is the land of the Gadigal, one of the 29 clans of the Eora Nation. Across that beautiful coat hanger, the Harbour Bridge, we have Camaragal, suburb of Camaray is named after the Camaragal clan. If you were to paddle out in a traditional bark canoe, it would be called a Narwee, and we do have a suburb in Sydney called Narwee, named after the bark canoe. If you're heading inland, heading west, after Gadigal is Wongal, and that's where Olympic Park is. On the other side of the river is Wallamadigal, and that's where Bennelong is resting with other Aboriginal people, and obviously the Opera House is called Bennelong Point, named after him, where he had a place there. But a traditional name there is Jabbagali, a traditional name. Island there originally, where the Opera House is, known around the world, the Opera House, and also the coat hanger. There was an island there that had middens on it. The middens were taken by the British, and they were used in the first British buildings not too far from here, Macquarie Street, in the Mint, and also down at the rocks traditionally known as Tullawallada. And you keep going if you're heading west, and you actually hit Barramadigal clan, Barra meaning eel, where the eel people are, and those Barra migrate to their South Pacific. So whenever I'm down on the harbour, I think of the Barras migrating to the South Pacific, but I also think, which is their totems, but a trading place, Barramadigal, Parramatta obviously came from that, that the whales, they also come in here. They would go down to a beautiful place called Gomera, which is Darling Harbour, but we've built a bridge there and we've built a marina, so they can't go and rest there in their migration journey with their little calves, what they did for many, many thousands of years. I was going to say the totems are very important to us. That's why I've started that conversation. We lost a lot of them with the terrible firestorms that we had, and we need to think about caring for our country a lot better, because it impacts on all of us when you think about it, the floods and the firestorms, and also the droughts that we have. Talking about droughts, we had a terrible one a few years ago, and now what's happened, one of the totems has come and live in the city here. Yes, it's not its fault. It's a beautiful white bird, black tail feathers, a long neck and a long beak. It's not my totem, but it is one of the totems. It's a very intelligent bird, because it's actually worked a way out to kill cane toads, which are terrible invasive species, and they're killing many totems up the top. When I talk to the mob up from there, what happens is the animals, the goannas, the crocodiles, the snakes and others, eating this terrible cane toad, and they're dying, which has caused a lot of stress and a lot of trauma for Aboriginal people up there. But the ibis has worked out a way to kill the cane toad by taking it down to the water, stressing it out a bit, shaking it, washing it, and doing that repeatedly. How clever is Mother Nature? We can all learn from her. And also the birds have learned a way to attack the cane toad by turning it over and understanding what pieces they can eat and what pieces they can't. It's important to think about Mother Nature, because, as I said, it's in our national anthem. I was going to say, please don't call me a bin chicken, thank you. I'm the sacred ibis. I'm a beautiful bird. I'm very graceful. And what I was going to say too, there is also a very beautiful picture in the Vatican of a cockatoo that goes back almost 800 years, 1241. I know the Vatican has been recently in our news and in our hearts when you think about it. The Pope has recently passed, and now they're selecting the new Pope, the Cardinals. And we need to respect each other regardless of the postcode you're born in, the colour of your skin, the shape of your eyes, your identity, who you are. We should respect everyone, and also the religion you practice. We need to be better than what we see around the world in some of the places. It's important we take a moment's silence to pay respects to ancestors. We all become ancestors one day. We all return to Mother Earth, so it's important to pay respects to her too, and to reflect your journey right here, right now, just prior to your impending graduation, which is so important to continue learning throughout your life. And also try and have a bit of a laugh every day, and all, as part of humans, that's part of our resilience. And try not to go to bed angry. It releases bad chemicals into one's body. I think there's great wisdom and knowledge to learn from First Nations. So if we just have a moment's silence, a moment of paying respects and a moment of reflection on our journey called life to this point right now in the continuum. We have three beautiful rivers which are the boundaries of the Eora Nation. We have to the north, we have the Hawkesbury, to the south we have the Georges, to the west we have Nepean. These are the aquatic boundaries of the Eora Nation. On behalf of Metropolitan, local Aboriginal Land Council elders and our members, welcome everyone here. Impending congratulations on your graduation very soon, with your family and your loved ones in attendance, and continue those studies. Always was, always will be Aboriginal land never ceded. Let's all work and work together for better outcomes and show the rest of the world when we respect each other, we treat each other with dignity, we can create a wonderful society, and that's what we want to do, so you can fulfil your dreams and aspirations. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. And thank you for inviting me onto your country, and in the process taking the time to provide me with a little deeper understanding about what country means to you and your people, as well as to neighbouring groups. I think probably when I was listening to Michael, there were two things that came out very, very clearly. One was around care. Care for yourself and care for others. And then ultimately he concluded with speaking about respect. Respect is the thing that will take us forward. And so thank you, Michael, for identifying that as one of the real purposes that we must focus on today. Today, as we gather on Aboriginal land, I too would like to acknowledge with deep respect, the Gadigal people of Warrain and the Wongal people of Darug Noora, the traditional owners and custodians of the land on which we meet. We acknowledge the many generations of people who have lived, learned and celebrated here in this place that we now know as Sydney. As a university, we are deeply grateful for the generosity of the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders people who share their knowledge with us about looking after country, what we can learn from country, and the importance of connections and community. We pay respect to elders past and present and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people who are here with us today. Welcome again to this very special occasion. It now gives me great pleasure to invite our Vice-Chancellor, Professor Rufus Black, to say a few words. Before Rufus joins us, I'd like to add that while this isn't usual, on this occasion, Rufus has some very important thoughts to share with us. Rufus.
To our graduates, congratulations. This is a significant and important day in your lives. Today, we celebrate you graduating from the University of Tasmania. Each of you will cross the stage with degrees and qualifications that will expand the possibilities of your lives just as your minds have been expanded by your studies. You're also doing more than that. You are graduating from a university. The gown you wear, the ceremony you participate in, are symbols of one of the most potent ideas people have ever created in the long history of humanity. While universities might seem more commonplace today, we too easily forget that from the perspective of history, they are still rare and precious places. Amongst all the people who've ever lived, few have had the opportunity to spend time in one. That you are amongst that fortunate few is worth celebrating. And as one of those few, it invites a moment to reflect, because in your time, you may need to defend the idea of the university. It is an idea that there are places where we hone the excellence of our techniques of inquiry and the rigour of our thought to the highest levels humans can achieve, where we fashion the finest tools for our curiosity. And with that excellence and curiosity, we push back the frontiers of our understanding about the world in which we live. We look out to the edges of eternity, to when the universe began, and inwards to the deepest intricacies of the human brain. We uncover the great stories of humanity from the past and the present. We develop ideas that change the way we understand ourselves and the world. We solve problems to which once there seemed no answers. And we create visions and music so that we can see and hear the world with fresh eyes and ears. And all that work is built on a unique freedom to pursue the truth wherever it takes us. The discoveries that come with that freedom will at times excite us, challenge us, disturb us, and even feel like they are subverting the very world we thought we knew. That freedom, which defines the nature of the universities, does more than enable us to create new knowledge. It's integral to securing the foundations of our pluralist democratic societies and the very prosperity we enjoy today. As institutions of free inquiry, universities stand as bulwarks against tyranny and the ever-present totalitarian tendencies of authoritarian populism or martial order. The likely success of a country's transition from autocracy to democracy can be judged by whether they are home to strong, enduring universities. And that's why when autocrats seek to seize democracies, the first place they usually send the tanks is to the gates of universities. And in a world where popularism is on the rise, we need to remember it is the collective contribution of our civic institutions with their independence from government. Our courts, libraries, professional associations, orchestras, galleries, and universities, which are as important to securing our freedoms as our right to vote. We can know governments with authoritarian inclinations, whether from the left or right, by their discomfort with these institutions or their attempts to weaken them. And those tendencies are growing around the world, as they did in earlier times when the world slid towards darkness. The chill wind from the United States at times reaches even our shores. If those tendencies grow, it is not just the hard-won freedoms and plurality of our democracy that are threatened, but the very engine of modern prosperity and improving living standards will be compromised. We need to remember that people are living longer because cutting-edge medical research gets translated into what we teach our doctors and our nurses and our paramedics. Standards of living have risen because the latest insight of our chemists and physicists, mathematicians and engineers have helped people make once unimagined products more efficiently and sustainably. And our economies have been transformed by ideas once hotly debated on campus, which are now taught to first years. For from every course you've graduated today, all the skills you have are the product of that new knowledge. From the constantly expanding frontiers of our understanding, we have provided you with the insights and skills you require to make a difference in the world. And we need you to make that difference more than ever. You are graduating with the capability to help meet the most difficult conjunction of global challenges we have seen since the Second World War. As we simultaneously face an ageing population, crippling costs of living, falling productivity, growing inequality, a decaying international order, and the need to transition to a zero-carbon, sustainable economy and society. And we don't want to place either our capacity for progress or our ability to meet the future at risk. It is easy to forget, after the most unprecedented period of material progress in human history, that for the vast majority of that human history, lifespans didn't increase, people didn't get wealthier, life didn't get better, knowledge didn't just accumulate, it also got lost. Many of the rich insights of the ancient world are now lost to us. Aristotle, one of the greatest and most influential philosophers of all time, his reputation is built on only 31 of more than 200 or so works that he wrote. The rest are lost. The great library of Alexandria was lost, not just because of fire, but a failure of funding. And skills don't just accumulate, they too can get lost. In the ancient world, engineers knew how to fashion great domes. That got lost. Centuries passed. It wasn't until the great Renaissance architect Brunelleschi recreated that knowledge centuries later that it was possible to build the magnificent cathedral in Florence that spanned a dome that wide again. And when the number of students completing school are falling, the number studying maths, physics, chemistry, languages and music are tumbling, universities are being attacked, research funding is being cut, and the research is being stopped because people believe the wrong things, we have all the warning signs. So as a university graduate, I invite you to speak up for universities, for your sake, for the sake of your children, for the sake of the world. And in the years to come, when you look at your framed certificate on the wall, I invite you to see not just the qualification, but the crest of the university that helps to secure the sort of society where you are free to pursue the life of your choice in a world where you can reasonably hope tomorrow will be better than today. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Black, Rufus, for those words. I guess probably while I was sitting there, I was trying to think, how can I say something of value that builds on that? And I guess probably, obviously standing here, I'm very connected to the university, but I will say one thing. The day that I walked into university to start my first degree was the most significant day of my adult life. The day I walked out of university at the end of my first degree, my thoughts were, how can I use this? How will I take this knowledge and make a difference to those people around? I guess that would be my big challenge to you. Once the first little while of settling into your new role is done, then you may start focusing in on how you'll make a difference throughout your career. It is now my pleasure to invite Dr. Elizabeth Black to present the occasional address. Clinical Associate Professor Dr. Elizabeth Black is the Chief Executive Officer and Director of Nursing at the Brown Nurses, a nurse-led, not-for-profit community nursing service providing care for clients who are vulnerable, marginalised, isolated and at risk of homelessness in inner city Sydney. Since qualifying as a registered nurse and midwife, Elizabeth has developed an interest in advanced professional practice, models of care, nursing regulation and education. She has worked in a variety of clinical, managerial and leadership roles and is committed to leading and influencing activities that will deliver an evidence-based, best practice approach to person-centred client care. In addition, to her substantive roles. In 2005, Elizabeth was appointed by the Minister of Health for New South Wales to Nursing and Midwifery Council, the NMC, as a council member, and in 2001 was appointed to the position of Deputy President, completing her first term in July last year. Through her work on the Council, Elizabeth has contributed significantly to the regulation of nursing in New South Wales on matters relating to professional practice, performance, conduct and health. Elizabeth is a clinical professor with the Australian Catholic University and is a Fellow of the Australian College of Nursing. I invite Elizabeth to present the occasional address.
Thank you, Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor. Chancellor, distinguished guests, members of the University, graduates, families and friends, good morning. Thank you for the invitation to speak to you today. I'm really excited and very honoured to be with you here on what is a very special and significant day. Firstly, congratulations to all of you. You've made it. It's fantastic, well done. How fabulous does it feel to be here today celebrating with those closest to you, your family, your friends and your fellow students. As the CEO and Director of Nursing of a nurse-led community nursing service, I understand how important it is for nurses to have the knowledge and skills that come from years of study and hard work at university. Your achievements celebrated today cannot be underestimated. All of your efforts, and it's very meaningful to be part of this wonderful tradition, celebrating your academic achievements and a new stage of your professional life. To the supporters in the audience, your family and friends, yay, they've made it. Thank you for all you did in helping your graduands to get there. The multiple cups of tea and coffee, study snacks, debriefing after long clinical shifts and listening. That's what we do for those that we care about, and the exciting and best part is that today you get to celebrate the culmination of all of their efforts and achievements. So as we graduate, it's normal for us to reflect on our work and the impact our new qualification may have on our ways of working and our career. Nursing is a wonderful profession. It offers so much. The opportunities are bountiful with great diversity in roles, sectors, context of practice and specialties. It is the diversity of our profession that also gives us opportunity, coupled with flexibility, to change directions if we would like and work in new and meaningful ways. Steve Jobs, who was the co-founder of Apple, once said, "Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to do something you love." I'm very proud to be a nurse, and I love the work that I do, and it brings me meaning and purpose to my professional life. Nursing has given me a rewarding and varied career. I completed a graduate year, I studied and qualified as a midwife, I travelled and nursed overseas, came back home, worked in oncology and became a clinical nurse consultant, a clinical services manager and eventually a director of a health service. I was involved in teaching and educating oncology nurses and completed further study with leadership programs, a postgraduate diploma, a master's and then ultimately my doctorate. My interest in achieving the best possible outcomes for my patients made me curious as how to best achieve this, and encouraged by inspiring nurse leaders and mentors, became passionate about evidence-based practice, nursing research and nursing education, and the difference that compassionate and quality nursing care makes. So my first piece of advice to our graduates would be to embrace your profession. My mentors actively encouraged me to engage with our profession with organisations such as the Australian College of Nursing. I took their advice, and through these organisations I met inspiring nurse leaders and academics. I was offered the opportunity to represent my state at represent my profession at a state, national and international level and contribute to the profession in really interesting and varied ways. 9 years ago, I was appointed by the Minister of Health to the Nursing and Midwifery Council as a council member originally and then as Deputy President. The Council is the co-regulator of the nursing profession in New South Wales, and what that means is that we focus on what is safe and professional nursing practice and maintaining public safety and minimising risk. As a consequence of my time on council, I've evolved a really deep appreciation of regulation and its importance, not only for the community but our profession. Working collaboratively to maintain nursing standards and being able to guide and counsel nurses is rewarding work when you care deeply about the difference best nursing practice can make. So my next piece of advice to our graduates would be that standards really are important. Our workplaces are constantly evolving and becoming increasingly complex. In that complexity, it's important to be familiar with the standards that guide your practice and the professional practice frameworks that we must all work within, our standards, our code of conduct and our code of ethics, and regularly reflect on how to incorporate the values and behaviours inherent in them in your day-to-day practice as a registered nurse. It is such an exciting time to be a nurse. We know that nurses deliver healthcare as advocates for people in the communities they care for. As innovators, we drive change and leverage technology to improve care. The unique skill set, knowledge and expertise that we bring to multidisciplinary teams is so valuable, and as you go back to work, you will be employing the full extent of your clinical and professional knowledge, experience and new skills and capabilities. So my final piece of advice to you all would be to keep learning. Florence Nightingale once said, "Let us never consider ourselves to be finished nurses. We must be learning all of our lives." Now don't panic, I'm not saying you have to go straight back to study, but to stay open to new possibilities and be curious to understand what constitutes best practice for those that you are nursing. Healthcare is evolving so rapidly, we can never rest on our laurels. You will hone and develop your skills through workplace experience and continuing professional development. This essential learning is important for your practice and will keep your professional practice and the patients you nurse safe. Understanding what brings you meaning and purpose in your newly evolved sense as a sense of self as a registered nurse or highly specialised nurse will help you find a role that strongly aligns with your values and will bring you more job satisfaction and more joy at work. Congratulations again, everyone, on all of your achievements. You should be very proud of yourselves. What an exciting day. I wish you all a wonderful and happy celebration with your friends, families and colleagues, and all the very best for your future in nursing. Thank you.
Thank you, Elizabeth. I guess probably every time you hear someone speak, you learn a little bit more. And there are a couple of pretty clear messages in Elizabeth's speech, and I hope I've got them right. First of all, I think I would start by saying, be prepared to say, I'm a professional, I'm a nurse, and I'm a graduate of the University of Tasmania. Embrace your profession. Be really proud of your achievements. Be committed to always being the best that you can. And remember the words of our Michael, who spoke at the opening of this ceremony. It's all about care, respect, and serving and working for the needs of others. So thank you very much, Elizabeth. I now call upon Professor Nicholas Farrelly, representing the Chair of Academic Senate, to present candidates for degrees and diplomas.
I call upon candidates to stand. Deputy Chancellor, I commend to you the candidates whose names are listed in the conferral list before you for admission to the degrees and for the award of the diplomas shown. They have completed all requirements for their awards to the satisfaction
of the Academic Senate.
By the virtue of the authority vested in my office, I admit you and the candidates in absentia, as listed in the conferral list before me, to the degrees and award the diplomas for which you and they have qualified.
Please join with me in congratulating the new graduates and diplomats. Graduates and diplomats, please be seated. Deputy Chancellor, the graduates and diplomats will now be presented to you.
I now call upon Professor Christine Sterling, Head of the School of Nursing, to present graduates and diplomats in the College of Health and Medicine. Also, Lara Hope, Director at the Department of Social Services, will present graduates with their alumni pins.
For the Diploma of Dementia Care, Jaying Feng. Susanna Siva Ivanich. For Bachelor of Dementia Care, Iona Trimis. For Bachelor of Nursing, Talesha Akaria Upriti. RJ Adhikari. Regina Adhikari. Regina Adhikari. Amar Adnan. Miriam Richelle P. Alcido. Sally Aldaye. Cromwell Almazan. Portia Montana Alvarez. Isabella Anderson. Ella Kerry Applegren. Jasmine Mia Moti Awad. Corinne Ann Salazar Bandala. Shana Louise Barnstable. Sita Barawal. Erinpreet Singh Bawa. Mackenzie Baxter. Lauren Jean Betty. Joey Marie Cruz Bernardo. Vishnu Batare. Kirsten Holly Bissett. Michaela Burke. Sarah Ann Couchy. Ayesha Akhtar Chowdhury. Laura Camilla Corbin. Dominique Joanna da Silva. Vanessa Rodriguez da Silva. Michael Joseph Mandapat Dartwin. Kamala Divakota Karel. Esther Devitt. Pratibha Dami. Laura Margot Diaz Gutierrez. Brianna Lee Dwight. Tanya El Aboud. Harold Ocampo Encarnacion. Talia Marie Field. Fabian Acapulco Fuentes Stack. Arati G.C. Christian Mario Garcia. Marina Garcia Ricci de Pinheiro. Pooja Gameri Sigdel. Anit Giri. Manish Giri. Ella Gray. Zanup Gurung. Bethany Rose Hall. Madison Hanley. Ruodi Hale. Vanessa Hoff. Patrick Joseph Hughes. Kayla Jamie. Karina Johnson. Babina Joshi. Herween Kang. Shripana Kaki. Rajwinder Kaur. Manisha Kaur. Morgan Kenner. Sabina Kadka. Robin Kumar Kanal. Elamaihu Kibret Wuldisalasi. Sophia Abduruf Qureshi. Megan Kim Lewis. Deepika Maharajan. Deepika Manandar. Natalie Mandil. Shayna Jade Marsh. Grace Millington. Johan Moll. Holly Nelson. Luke Robert Nottage. Esther Powell. Katrina Panuve. Kamal Podell. Helen Avon Polutel. Suluchana Prajapati. Joshua James Pryor. Henry Mervyn Rathborne. Krishna Rout. Sanjita Rout. Imelda Rileo Capea Capea. Prabin Rimal. Jessica Marie Rudder. Janice Adareen Sami. Elisa Saolis. Minal Shah. Sandhya Shah. Asmita Sharma. Jessica Olga Sheehan. Jason Michael Hokick Sheridan. Anil Shrestha. Gayanu Shrestha. Shikha Shrestha. Dip Bikram Silwal. Indiana Francis Sockel. Marie Ann Acapulco Samara. Ekaterini Helen Stavrakis. Akintoya Abdulrazak Taiwo. Bimal Tamang. Ajit Thapa. Digna Teresa Thomas. Rajan Timolshena. Khan V. Tran. Cecilia Tulawa. Shahi Udin. Eloise van der Waals. Navneet Burman. Michelle Ward. Jacqueline Waters. Caroline Zapoina. Adam Guido Zuliani. For Bachelor of Nursing with Honours, Danielle Tissett. Deputy Chancellor, it's my pleasure to invite my colleague, Associate Professor Sharon Andrews, to continue the presentation of graduates and diplomates.
For the Graduate Certificate in Advanced Practice, Jasmine Maharajan. For the Graduate Certificate in Healthcare Redesign, Vanessa Xuan Yuan Chen. Megan Ann Courtney. Marcia Jane Pankhurst. Rebecca Radford. For the Graduate Certificate in Healthcare in Remote and Extreme Environments, Brendan Jude O'Sullivan. For the Graduate Certificate in Nursing, Manju Adhikari. Lini Koshi. Rupa Nupain Bandari. Christian Emerson Adalia Rivera. D. Romabon. Anitra Carol Harris. Nashanan Gail Hirsch. Hope Marie Latouf. Rosini Joy Aguri Manis. Nabina Mananda. Caroline Capaldo. Carrie-Anne Dennison. Kelsey Renee Wills. Rosa Angela Tintero Cruz. Manjusha Sarajan. Christina Cassandra Kalayag Alvarez. Shannon Marie Isa. Tai Yuen Ho. Catriona Margaret Lang. Hong Diem Hang Lee. Jennifer Dakane Mahon. Bridget Ina Power. Joan Abigail Sanchez Tutor. Rebecca Ann Pfeiffer. Tian Jade Sweeney. Cecilia Weriyadu. Purnima Kaki Barel Chetri. Kathleen Ann Topham. Elsa Marie Zaulik. Chadani Strether. Lorena Andrea Marimbio Munez. Julie Yvonne Gebhard Long. Namatra Thapalia. Aisling Murphy. Sarah Veronica Ranieri. Abby Susanna Rumbel. Megha Sharma. Katrina Sun. Romel Alvarez Co. Cherry Z Yan Ning. Johnny Lynn Santos. Eva Irene Tan Valduiza. Vanessa Findi Wijaya. Navinata Reshmi Kumar. And Arana Shimon. Kushma Thapa. Lucy Marquez Damaso. Funda Ozo. For the Graduate Diploma of Leadership, Hayden Glenn Murray. For the Graduate Diploma of Nursing, Jeanne Maris Sarimento Martin. Eliza Antonia Marie DeWol. Catherine Jane Sison. For the Master of Clinical Nursing, Hilary Myers. Michelle Ariz. Dio Guting Odones. Amanda Cassidy. Reiji Gopalakrishnan. Wei Quinn Low. Alyssa Claire Astle. Alison Skinner. Michael Vo. Jency Joy. Sophia Joseph. Avani Navinchandra Patel. Sumaya Peter. Deborah Gray. Katrina Dominguez. Erin Smith. For Master of Healthcare Redesign, Kathleen Goldsmith. For Bachelor of Nursing, Samiksha Maharajan. Serena Maharajan. Srijana Subedi. Deputy Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates and diplomats from the College of Health and Medicine.
Thank you. I will now call upon Professor Graham Zosky, representing the Pro-Vice-Chancellor Graduate Research, to present those graduates who qualified for a research higher degree in graduate research.
Deputy Chancellor, research is one of the major activities of the University of Tasmania, and the strength and diversity of our research is reflected in our consistent world-class performance across a breadth of disciplines. This research excellence makes a difference, having an impact right across Tasmania and from here across Australia and the world. Our higher degree research graduates make very significant contributions to these research activities, for it is their hunger for understanding and dedication to research that enables the generation of new knowledge through analysis, innovation and insight. We greatly value our higher degree graduate researchers and recognise the excellence and importance of their work across a wide variety of disciplines. Deputy Chancellor, it gives me great pleasure to present to you the new higher degree research graduates. Deputy Chancellor, you have admitted J.M. Abdullah to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Abdullah's research noted that population ageing and dementia are rising concerns in Bangladesh, where family caregivers provide most support. This research explored caregivers' perceptions of dementia care needs using surveys and interviews. Findings highlight unmet needs, caregivers' distress, lack of formal support and urgent policy recommendations. Deputy Chancellor, Dr. J.M. Abdullah. Deputy Chancellor, I present to you John Wright Roberts. Dr. Roberts investigated landscape in the work of Finnish architect Alvar Aalto. He found that landscape involved senses of place, atmosphere and embodiment in Aalto's buildings, whose whiteness, waveforms and ruins relate people's architectural experience to the natural world. Deputy Chancellor, Dr. John Wright Roberts. Deputy Chancellor, I present to you Richard Edgar Say. Dr. Say tested a unique feedback approach in online settings which encouraged more engaged, authentic learning. His findings challenge existing assumptions about feedback and provide critical insights into how universities can better prepare nursing graduates to excel in healthcare environments. Deputy Chancellor, Dr. Richard Edgar Say. Deputy Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from Graduate Research.
It is now my pleasure to introduce you to Kirsten Bissett, who graduated today with a Bachelor of Nursing. Kirsten will now give the valedictory address on behalf of the cohort of students graduating today. Kirsten.
Thank you. Deputy Chancellor, distinguished guests, members of the university, family, friends and fellow graduates. Today we gather to celebrate a remarkable achievement. As we stand here, ready to embark on our careers as nurses, we reflect on the journey that has brought us to this moment. It has been a journey marked by challenges, dedication, and a commitment to caring for others. First and foremost, I would like to express our deepest gratitude to our lecturers and mentors. Your guidance, wisdom, and support have been invaluable. You have not only taught us the clinical skills we need to become nurses, but have also inspired us to embody compassion and empathy, which are the hallmarks of our new profession. To our family and friends, Thank you for your endless support and encouragement. Your belief in us has been our foundation, and your sacrifices have made this day possible. I don't think I would have made it through the degree without those in my life celebrating the small wins as much as the big. I'd also like to shout out to those who featured in our beloved assessment videos, playing our patients and redoing them until they got the script perfect. And especially to those who supported us through our pre-OSCE anxiety, we are forever grateful for your patience, love, and understanding. And to my fellow graduates, congratulations. We have faced countless challenges, from rigorous coursework to demanding clinical rotations, and we have emerged stronger and more resilient. I'm so grateful for all the support from those I shared classes with, and especially those who I went on placement with. We have shared, because nothing brings people together like a full-time clinical placement. We have shared laughter, tears, seen the best and worst of each other, and continue to support and push each other through and over the finish line, and for that I am thankful. As we step into our roles as nurses, we carry with us the responsibility to provide the highest standard of care to our patients. We will be their advocates, their comforters, and their healers. Let us remember that nursing is not just a profession, but a calling. It requires not only skill and knowledge, but also a deep sense of compassion and empathy. I would be remiss if I didn't mention Florence Nightingale in this speech. So, in the words of Florence Nightingale, I attribute my success to this: I never gave or took any excuse. Let us embrace her spirit of determination and dedication as we look forward. Let us strive to make a difference in the lives of those we care for and to be a source of hope and healing in our communities. In closing, I would like to say that the journey ahead will not always be easy, but it will be rewarding. Let us support one another, continue to learn and grow, and always remember why we chose to become nurses. Thank you, and congratulations once again to the graduating class of 2025.
Thank you, Kirsten. If there's one sense that we should all have experienced while we've been in this room today, is that sense of working together, being together, a collective who share and care, and that came through in your words as well. All of those beautiful little vignettes and little secret stories that only you would know have added to building that culture amongst you, your colleagues and other training nurses, or graduate nurses as you are today. So thank you, Kirsten. As we near the end of the ceremony, I'd like to take the opportunity to encourage each of you to acknowledge the contribution of your friends and family who have supported you on your path to graduation today, helping out when things were tough and celebrating your successes. In so many ways, graduation is a collective affair, and I now invite our graduates to stand, turn, and express their gratitude to those who have supported them with a round of applause. Thank you. Please be seated. As you celebrate your graduation today, you will join over 160,000 graduates who have taken their University of Tasmania experience to all continents around the globe and across more than 135 countries. Remember that while you have graduated today, you are not leaving the university. As alumni of the university, you have joined a very special community, and I do hope that you will keep in touch. Graduation ceremonies represent a very special moment, and being here with you today could not be more important or more uplifting for me. Please enjoy the rest of the day with your family and friends. Professor Rufus Black and I now invite you, your family and guests, to refreshments in the function room directly behind the ceremony hall. I ask you all to stand while the procession retires, and I invite you to follow us. Thank you.